Welcome to Marketing Triage, the Holdcom podcast for healthcare marketing challenges. Listen to real-life stories and practical solutions from colleagues of various healthcare institutions on how they navigate complexities and get the job done amidst intense competition and pressure to do more with less. Whether you're a seasoned marketer or just starting out, our podcast offers valuable insights to achieve success. Join us as we uncover the unique set of challenges faced by marketing professionals in healthcare and provide relief through our podcast. Sit back, relax, and tune in to Marketing Triage for real-life stories and solutions.
So Julie Ganong is part of the husband and wife team that founded and owned Chococoa Baking Company. It's home of the Whoopie. For those of you who have never met the Whoopie, it's an updated, rich, gourmet Whoopie. Is made with premium chocolate. It's all natural ingredients. It's just what I like to call a destination dessert. It's really sophisticated, and so much so that it has been named Best of New England by Yankee Magazine. It's been featured in Chronicle, O Magazine, the Wall Street Journal, and a slew of other national publications. Chococoa Baking Company makes 8,000 to 10,000 Whoopies a week, and they ship across the country. But today, Julie is perhaps the best person I know to talk to us about the importance of brand and the fact that really it is all about brand. So welcome, Julie.
Well, Deb, it's nice to be here with you today to talk about my favorite subject, the Whoopie.
That's great. That's great. So the goal of marketing, obviously, is to connect with the audience so that we can deliver a message. But there's something that has to happen even before that. And that's the creation of a brand. So talk to us about that and how you came to understand that everything, all marketing, really comes down to a trusted brand.
Thank you. Yeah, you start out and you think you're going to go in one direction. Like we sort of had this product as an adult whoopie pie. I mean, growing up in Maine, you had it as a kid, you loved it. So we were trying to create an adult version of the whoopie pie, which is why we made it smaller. And it was a little bit more premium price. And then we realized through the brand and selling it, it didn't make any difference, that all ages enjoyed it. And as a matter of fact, through the branding process, it became a favorite of kids because it was small. They didn't have to have knives, forks. It was easy. And also think about elderly people and trying to manage things. They can still have that dessert. So you have to be open-minded about where your brand is going to take you. And even though you start off with the creation of something, your audience is going to tell you how to use it. Like we never thought in a million years this whoopie pie, our version of the whoopie pie, the whoopie, would ever be used for weddings. And that ended up being our biggest surprise for our brand, was people using it because it was different. They didn't have to get into the cost of wedding cakes or all of the extra cost affiliated, the serving, the plates, the knives, the extra course. They could just pick these up. They could have fun with it for backyard weddings. And again, a brand surprise when you go out and define it by keeping it simple, like our product is, and then you just sort of see what happens. It kicks in, and your audiences will always surprise you and how they use it, and they want to share their stories with you.
You're sitting in your cafe, which is really beautiful. You have an upper level and a lower level, and people come in there, they have coffee, they hang out, they also buy your product. One of the things that you've done, and I'm sure this started with the weddings, but now you do all the different holidays. You even were able to do some things during the pandemic, which we'll talk a little bit more. But tell us what you did with the Whoopie for the pandemic, which was a huge hit.
Thank you. So, the pandemic hit in March. We always do the St. Patrick's Day Whoopies. And then we got to Easter. When we got through Easter, and we're sitting there going, well, what do we do? Two things came out of that. One, we realized that we were open and we had to give back to our community because we were one of the fortunate ones that could still be in business. And two, we had to have fun with it. but the whoopie is a fun food, is for all ages, like we discussed. We decided to do mass whoopie pies, the tongue-in-cheek, reminding people to wear your mask, and it was fun. But again, our audience ran with it because everybody had to wear a mask. One of them, probably the funnest things that came out of it, was how many people use these whoopie pies, these masked whoopies, to send it to their kids, to a nursing home, to a hospital. And a percentage of every single sale went to the local hospital. And within 3 months, we made a donation of over $1,300 to give back to our community. And as a reminder that we are grateful for our healthcare workers that were on that line every single day. And they got plenty of whoopie pies, believe me. So we delivered them across country. We delivered them to local homes. We delivered them to nurses. But again, it was our brand that was out there. It's mixing. Our brand is a little bit about community and a little bit about, creating community, being welcoming, and also having fun with the product and keeping reinventing for every holiday or every use. Another example of that is coming up is Pride Month. We're going to be doing Pride whoopie pies, and we're donating a certain percentage of our proceeds to a local Pride organization to help them continue to get their message out. And in return, they have asked us to be part of the flag raising at the City Hall with our governor. So
this is really about keeping the brand relevant, isn't it? You don't just sit there and wait for people to come to you. You have your fingers really in the community.
You cannot rest on your laurels. You're only as good as your last sale. You have to keep reinventing it. And we're fortunate enough that we have this product that we can do that. And we can use it, and it shows up everywhere. It shows up at a wedding. It shows up at City Hall. We do monograms. We do holidays. We write happy birthday, happy 80th. That we have that versatility with this product. We can make people's day. But, we sit back and we look at different ideas and different promotions, and we always say whatever a cupcake or something can do, we can do it better. So we continually put it out there.
Behind to the right, the people who are watching this, you can see the picture of the whoopie up on the wall. It's a small dessert. The last question that I have for you is, in order to maintain your brand, you have to be strict about it. You can be part of the community, you can be flexible, but you have to be strict to maintain this brand. What are your 2 or 3 rules that you follow always to be true to your brand and what you've created?
It begins in production. We have never changed our ingredients. We use premium ingredients, so strict quality control. We review whoopie pies. We have a standard in the production department that they have to follow to keep the same size, the same amount of filling in each one, so people get a consistent experience. And we're constantly looking for new flavors. We just came out with a white cake with a mango, pineapple, mango passion fruit. We haven't had that. So we're always looking to upgrade our collections. And the number one rule is always have fun with it. By creating and reinventing yourself as often as you can to put it out there so your brand stays in front of people. And we also had when we launch a new flavor, we try to keep it a surprise, and then we give it away free for 3 hours. And we don't tell people, we just tell people it's a new flavor, and they line up outside the door to see what the new flavor is. What I love about our customers is they will tell you right away, this was a good idea, or they'll tell you, this is a bad idea. But again, good or bad, they're engaged and they care enough for you. They just don't walk away and say, well, it doesn't make any difference. Instead, they want to give you feedback. They feel that connection with their product. we've created the brand of care, that people care about us, they care about the product, they want to have us succeed. What better branding can you get than that? That people care enough about your product that they want to give you the feedback.
Absolutely. How do you communicate the fact that it's time to try a new brand and to come line up?
My 2 a.m. thoughts, Martha Stewart and I have a lot in common. My 2 a.m. thoughts, whenever I come in on a Monday morning, we always have production meetings. I come in on a Monday morning and I'll say to the staff, I woke up last night at 2 a.m. and they're like holding on to their table and their notepads. And I said, I came up with the deconstructed s'more, the double stuffed key lime coconut, the Boston cream pie, the double stuffed birthday cake. They hold on to their hats because you just get inspiration anywhere, and we have to give it a try, whether it's new packaging, new way of putting it together, new way of selling it, and introducing it across the board.
Do you have a massive email list? Is that how you spread the word, or do people just wait to see something on the door?
We do have a good email list. We also use social media platforms, which gets the word out. We have a number of followers. Whoopie pies are interesting. They're a New England phenomenon. They started in New England. Amish country, Pennsylvania also lays claim to the whoopie pie. But I love when people come in, well, what's a whoopie pie? And we get to give them their first whoopie pie, and it's always free. It's on us. And we always give them the chocolate vanilla because that's the standard.
Right.
And then I have never not had anybody, I'll take a dozen of those. So you give your first one away, but it's like, I've never had a whoopie pie. But so that's always fun when you get to introduce somebody, a customer to something new and different. And then you see them order it and they're sharing it with family and friends, which is why we have all of our whoopie ambassadors. They're all over the country. They come here for summer and they want to take that experience home, which is why we got into shipping. Another way of putting your brand out there. It's not just local. People get to take it home. During the holidays, we ship it to a lot of corporate clients because this is a simple food that offices can share and have some fun with as well. And maybe sometimes the customers come in here and they want to share it with their clients or their employees, and that part of it is really fun as well.
I'm sorry, I'm from Maine and I know what a whoopie is, so I can't come and get a free one. But outside of that...
You can always put like a trench coat and a pair of sunglasses on, Deb.
Well done, Julie. Then to get a whoopie pie where you've taken it and to elevate it into what you have done and the brand. Thank you for sharing some of your secret sauce with us.
You're very welcome. Thank you. And maybe we'll see you soon. Take care.
Bet. Thanks, Julie.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Marketing Triage, the Holdcom podcast for healthcare marketing challenges. To stay updated with the latest trends in healthcare marketing, subscribe to our podcast. If you have any feedback, suggestions, or would like to be a guest on our show, please contact us through our website or social media channels. We are always looking for new perspectives to share with our audience. Thanks for listening to Marketing Triage, where we provide real-life stories and practical solutions for healthcare marketing challenges.